Yo, what's up, Fabric community, and welcome to the April edition of the Fabric Monthly Update. I'm Patrick LeBlanc, Principal Program Manager for Microsoft Fabric, here to bring you all the latest and greatest Fabric features and updates. Before we jump into the updates, if you want to learn more about the items in this video, check out the Fabric Updates blog for details about these items and many others. Let's kick things off with data science. This month, there are 2 low-code updates, and everybody's asking about low-code updates. When I was out at FabCon, they were like, Patrick, when are we going to get more low-code capabilities in Microsoft Fabric? And this month, we have 2, both focused on AI tools. So the first one is a preview of low-code AI tools to accelerate productivity in notebooks. So think about this. Fabric notebooks allow you to accelerate your productivity with native AI capabilities like Copilot and AI functions. There's a new notebook tab. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and create a new notebook. There's a new notebook tab devoted to AI and ML tools now that provides low-code shortcuts for 1, transforming data with the Data Wrangler. If you haven't used the Data Wrangler, you should go try it out. It's amazing. There's another one, training custom models with AutoML. You need to go check it out. And you can also chat with Copilot, okay? And there's many, many more, but these are the 3 that's at the top of mine, so you should go check it out. Among the updates is a low-code interface to apply AI functions for seamless LLM powered data enrichments. So what you got to do to use this, you just select one of the functions, choose a pandas or Spark data frame and the columns you want to transform, and then fill in a few more requirements. And guess what? Fabric will produce the code for you just like that. You just got to learn the clicks, right? Adam and I talk about that all the time, just learning the clicks. The next low-code update is another preview of a low-code AI capability. Guess where? In the Data Wrangler. I told you, you got to go check this Data Wrangler out. It's pretty awesome. All Fabric Notebook users have access to the Data Wrangler. If you didn't know, go check it out. It's a low-code tool with an immersive interface for exploring and transforming pandas or Spark data frames. So it works with both. Now, I often call it, Power Query for Python. Try it out and let me know what you think in the comments below. The Data Wrangler, it provides a library of common data cleansing operations that you can browse, and you can use them to apply seamless transformations to your data, but you get these in real time. You get real-time previews, and it also, guess what it does? It generates reusable code. So as you walk through those steps, it'll generate some code for you, and you could possibly learn a little bit more about Python and pandas data frame and Spark data frames. And so there's 3 new AI-powered capabilities come into the Data Wrangler later this month, and let's talk about them. The first one I like. I really like this one. So it's automated suggestions with rule-based AI. So there's a new set of automated suggestions that will analyze your data. So it's going to take a look at your data, then it's going to use a rule-based AI transform from the Microsoft Pros team to highlight the most relevant Data Wrangler operations for you. So think about it. It looks at your data and says, we should transform the data this way. We should do this with the data. We should unpivot. We should split it. It takes a look and it decides what it wants to do. That's the first one. The second one will convert natural language to code with Copilot, right? This is pretty exciting. So now you can use Copilot to generate custom code. As with any Data Wrangler operation, you'll get a preview before you decide if you're going to keep it or discard it. That's pretty nice. The last one is an interesting one. So you can use AI to translate custom code from pandas to PySpark. So what Data Wrangler does, it automatically converts Spark data frames to pandas, and this is for performance reasons, right? Then it translates your applied code back to PySpark when you export it. So with Gen AI in Data Wrangler, custom code operations will also be translated to PySpark, whether you type them in yourself or generate them with Copilot. These are some exciting updates with the Data Wrangler and notebooks. If you haven't tried out Data Wrangler, if you're new to notebooks, these are some updates I definitely suggest you go and kick the tires on. All right, next up, the data warehouse. And so the first, it's more of an announcement than an update. And so we're announcing the general availability of alter table drop column. So sometimes you just need to drop columns in your table, and the general availability of SP rename column, because sometimes you need to rename columns in your Fabric data warehouse. For old school T-SQL people like me, this is a welcome update, a welcome announcement for general availability of these two features, because they're essential when you're designing any type of database, especially a data warehouse. Next is the general availability, another announcement of session scope distributed temp tables. And so temp tables, again, if you need a way to manage intermediate query results efficiently in batch jobs, temp tables were the way we did it back in the day. And now it's available in the Fabric data warehouse, and users can now create session scope temp tables to handle these results seamlessly. These temp tables can be backed either by Parquet, which means they're distributed, or MDF, and they're non-distributed. And this offers a flexible options to cater to different needs. Now, there is a syntax requirement when you're creating the non-distributed temp tables, is that you need to prefix these tables with a pound sign or hashtag, as that pound has been commonly known as. All right. And so nice update. And I'm happy that these two features are now generally available. Now, the big announcement for Data Warehouse is the preview of the Migration Assistant for the Fabric Data Warehouse. This Migration Assistant for the Fabric Data Warehouse, it's now in preview, and the migration experience is built natively into Fabric, and it allows our Azure Synapse customers to seamlessly migrate in the Fabric. The new Data Warehouse migration experience allows users to easily migrate both metadata and data. Not just the metadata, but it does the metadata and the data from the source database. And it automatically converts the source schema to the Fabric data warehouse, right? And so this helps the migration process. It even provides AI-powered assistance. So it's nice. And so you don't have to worry about doing those things. And so with the integrated assessment tools and guided support, this capability, it simplifies the migration, enabling customers to leverage Fabric's capabilities without the complexity of a traditional migration. Think about how you did migrations before. You had to make sure that the schema, that the syntax and everything was compatible across the two different systems you were migrating from. The migration assistant will handle all that for you. And so the migration process is completed in 4 steps. First, it does the metadata migration. Then it does the problem resolution, like, T-SQL compatibility and things like that. Then it copies the data, and then it actually does connection rerouting. So let's say you have a Power BI report that's pointing to your Synapse database, it'll automatically reroute it to your Fabric data warehouse. This is a big announcement. And if you're using Synapse, it's something that you should definitely go kick the tires on if you're interested in checking out what Fabric can do for you in your Synapse environment. Now let's get into real-time intelligence. This month, we have something very special. We have a Cousteau Detective Agency Challenge. What we're going to do this month is solve the Digibus real-time crisis. So this challenge is specifically optimized for onboarding to the RTI platform. You can use this to enhance onboarding for customers and create capture the flag types of tournaments with hands-on experiences. So during the quest, you'll learn KQL and utilize some powerful tools that include things like Event Stream, Event House, real-time dashboards, which we're going to do a great video on pretty soon, and Activator. So I want everybody to put your detective skills on to work to help solve the Digibus Digitown Transit Company crisis. Follow the clues, analyze the data, and uncover the solution with the power of real-time intelligence in Microsoft Fabric. I don't know about you, but I'm going to go give this a try. The final update for April 2025, SQL database in Fabric. The performance dashboard is getting an update. So the SQL database in Fabric, the dashboard now shows the lead blocking query to all developers, so they can quickly identify which query is causing the problem, which query is blocking and impacting other queries that's disrupting possibly all my operational workloads. And so if you've been working with SQL Server like me, you know how critical it is to identify that lead blocking query, because it can wreak havoc across all of your database. And now it's available in the performance dashboard. If you haven't checked out the performance dashboard, be sure to go give it a try. There's lots of little nuggets in there that can help you improve the performance of your SQL database. That's a wrap for the April monthly update for Microsoft Fabric. Be sure to stick around for all the great demos that we're going to show off some of the features that I've discussed in this video, and you'll probably see a couple of updates that I didn't discuss, but you definitely want to stick around. If this is your first time visiting the Microsoft Fabric channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you like my video, give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, if there's a demo you want to see, if there's something more you want to know about Microsoft Fabric, be sure to post it in the comments below. And as always, from Microsoft and myself, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month.